You're listening to the Smarter Moms Online Podcast, episode number 4. Welcome to the Smarter Moms Online Podcast, where you learn how to increase your revenue and your reputation in your online business. I'm your host, Ashlyn Tengon, and if you're ready to work smarter and not harder, then let's get started. Okay, so we have Leslie on the show. Leslie, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Before we dive into our conversation today, I know we have a lot of exciting things to talk about, but tell us a little about you and your family and why you started selling on Poshmark.
Okay, so I am 41. I've got 2 kids. I've got a son who's 19 and a daughter who is 11. And my son just graduated, and I was kind of looking for kind of like a second act, like my second act in life, because I've been with a company, I've been with them for about 20 years, and I was like, I feel like there's more for me out there, and kind of had that in the back of my mind. And then, totally unrelated, I had decided to sell some things out of my closet, and I'd seen Poshmark on Pinterest. I just kind of come across it, didn't really know what it was, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just put a couple things from my closet up there. Started with about, 15 things, took horrible pictures because I did not know. Just hung them on a door, no lighting, no nothing, by a window, on a rug. And as I started kind of getting into it, I started, following people on Instagram. I started watching a lot of YouTube. I started listening to podcasts. And I thought, oh my God, this is really cool. Mm-hmm. And so I had started back July 21st is when I started. And so now we're going on 2 months. And I would say I've been taking it really, really seriously for about a month and a half. So in that month and a half, I've gotten to Posh Ambassador. I have the boutique, and I have about 300 active listings now.
Nice.
And, my goal is to just list. I mean, I will not stop listing. My goal is to do 10 a day. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's more and sometimes it's a lot less. It just depends on the day, since I do have a full-time job. So, with the sourcing, with getting everything cleaned up, photographed, and doing the inventory, that's where all the time is. But again, I thoroughly enjoy it. So, I never thought that I would be doing something like this. I am in sales with my profession, mm-hmm. but completely unrelated. And I don't really feel like I use those sales skills in this. It's totally different, just my marketing kind of background. Mm-hmm. I've kind of, found unique ways to try to get my closet out there. And everything is a learning, everything you learn along the way. I have learned so much from joining Facebook groups, watching YouTube videos, following successful people on Instagram. And a lot of it's just kind of trial and error. Mm-hmm. You find what works, and if it doesn't, okay, if that did not work, you move on.
Yeah, exactly.
And then my piles were getting huge, and I thought, okay, what am I going to do with all this stuff? Because it's piling up. And so I have devised a inventory system, which seems to work pretty good. Mm-hmm. Basically I just, I have them labeled. I kind of took 2 ideas from 2 YouTubers that are pretty successful on Posh, mm-hmm. kind of mixed what they do, and everything is polybagged and ready to go.
Nice.
And
so organized.
Yeah, right. And another thing is my one thing that's really, really important to me is shipping time. Mm-hmm. My average ship time is less than a day.
Nice.
I think I'm sitting at a 0.7 right now.
Oh, very nice.
Yes. And so, I mean, literally, when somebody orders something, if I can get to it before the post office closes, I will run it to the post office.
Yeah. Get it out there
And
as soon as possible.
right. Because I know when I order something online, I'm anxious and I want to get it.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
And so, doing that with having it all organized. Before I was having to wrap it up and make it all pretty. Now I've got it. It's poly bagged. I know where it's at. I grab it. I stick it in or it's in the clear poly bags, and then I stick it in a cute one.
Mm-hmm.
Put a thank you note, and out it goes.
I love it. What kind of things do you sell in your closet? Tell us about your closet.
Okay, so I sell mostly. Actually, I sell a little bit of everything for every ages. I have a little bit of men's items in there, or a few men's items. I have a couple of kids items. And I think it's mainly for. Well, I have a lot of. I have some plus sizes, which seems to do really, really well. Is the plus sizes. And I guess it's every age range. I kind of have a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, which when it gets here, I will be adding shoes. I will be adding purses. I will be adding jewelry. I kind of just want it to be like a one-stop shop. Like everything is in there. Anything you're looking for, so that you don't have to pay for shipping in several different closets.
Right, right. That's
So, and
interesting.
you never know. Somebody might be in there. They might have a husband and kids.
Mm-hmm.
So why not, pick up something from my closet while you're in there?
And just pay one shipping price.
Exactly, exactly. But I am thinking about, from what I've heard, you can have a second closet.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to email Posh, and I'm almost thinking about that. Once I get a better handle on my own closet, I'm thinking about doing a second one for plus size,
Oh, I
just
see.
plus size.
So
Yeah.
just to have a plus size closet.
Mhm.
And would you
Right.
include men's, women's, and kids' items in there?
I don't know. I kind of want to make it exclusive,
Mm-hmm.
to just plus size.
Got it.
Because I feel like, why do you want? I mean, when you go to that, a page, you don't want to have. Well, I mean, you can sort, but I just would rather just see all, a one like it's just like a one-stop shop for plus size.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
I
know
agree.
I've seen a couple that are just plus size.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, when I have put some of the Torrid brand in there, that seems to do really, really well. It's actually gotten, like, I think more likes than some of my free people stuff.
Yeah,
I have a lot of
it
free
has.
people.
Torrid
So
is pretty popular on
it
Posh.
is. It is. I mean, oh my gosh, like that has gotten some of the stuff I sold pretty quick. Has been the Torrid. And I want to ask you something, because
Sure.
I am still kind of new.
Mm-hmm.
So when I watch YouTube videos and things, I hear them say, "Oh, this one sold pretty fast. It sold within a couple of weeks," or "This one took a long time. It took a year."
Mm-hmm.
What is, like? Do you know an average time? Like, this is I understand there's going to be some long tail items like the higher end dresses and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable. But do you know, like, an average time, like, that something should move?
I don't think there really is an average time something should move. Um, Everything is based off of how that person works their own closet. So it depends on, how often they're sharing, how often they're active on the app, maybe how often they're not active. And I think there's a little bit of everything that sort of contributes to how quickly something sells, because I've seen, just like you watch all these people and you learn from a lot of people. I've seen people selling the exact same thing where one person sells it what they consider to be quickly, and the other person sells it, they're saying it's taking forever to sell that item.
Right. And just like, some I've been hearing out there, like, okay, and I don't know why this happens, because it didn't happen to me. They say when they made Posh Ambassador,
Mm-hmm.
that their closet slowed down. Have you heard that?
I've heard that a lot. And, that hasn't happened to me actually. When I made Posh Ambassador,
Me
I didn't
either.
experience a slowdown in sales at all. So,
I know, and I was, right before I had to leave a love note, because that's all I had to do, because I had an order coming, and I was just waiting on the order,
mhm.
and all I was waiting on was that love note, and I'm like, do I leave the love note?
Yeah.
And I thought no, I worked to get Posh Ambassador. I want to get to that status.
Mhm.
And I was kind of worried because the stuff I was reading on Facebook, and that did not happen to me. But I did watch a YouTube video about it, and they said that the reason that people think that is because what happens when they become Posh Ambassador, they start kind of chilling out a little bit and not sharing as much.
That's a good
Because
point
they think that, oh, well, all these, I've gotten all these followers now since I made Posh Ambassador.
Mhm.
They're sharing my stuff for me. I don't have to do it as much. And so they kind of don't realize it, but they aren't as active.
Oh, that's interesting.
And yeah. So I don't know. It did not change for me, but there was some discussion on it on Facebook actually this week about it, about, becoming ambassador changed everything. And I just don't see how that would, it seems like it would make you get more traffic.
Right.
It did for me. I mean, I got tons of followers. I mean, it's every day. My following I think I'm at 13,000 now
Mhm.
in 2 months. I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good.
So, it's all about following new poshers. You've got to just follow every day. You got to just keep following.
Yeah, I'm not
Like,
sure.
I don't ever stop. Are you going to go to Posh Fest?
No, I can't make it this year. I'm hoping to go next year though. Are you going?
No, I want to go so bad. I didn't even know what Posh Fest was or what Poshmark was. So as I'm getting into it, I'm hearing about Posh Fest, and I'm like, oh my God, that sounds amazing. Well, of course, I think tickets, they sell out immediately.
Yeah, they do.
And so I wasn't even part of Posh when, and I live in Texas, so
Mhm.
it would be really convenient, but it's a ticket issue. I just don't have tickets. Yeah, I would really like to go. Like, I would like to go because I feel like I've invested so much of myself into it,
Mhm.
and it would be I just feel like it's something I would need to do. So if I see some tickets come across and they're reasonable, yeah, I'm totally about it. I think that there's some good things to learn there.
I agree.
That I may not know about.
It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. There was actually somebody who posted in our group that they're selling their tickets. I don't know if you had seen that comment, but you may want to get in touch with her. And it was just
Was it recent?
It was just recently. It was either yesterday or the day before.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you'll
I
have
need
to
to
go
look.
check the group right after this.
Yeah, so because sometimes I'm so busy. Like, I used to be on Facebook constantly. Well, now that it's a Posh now. It's Posh and looking up brand names. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm not really on Facebook too much anymore, so I don't really know what's going on.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. This is just I'm on there just because I'm managing the group.
Yeah, no, and your group is so awesome. I love it.
Oh,
Love it, love it. I think it's actually my favorite one, and I'm on several. It's my favorite one because everybody is so nice and so helpful.
Wow. Thank you. Oh, I did not pay.
Yes.
Just for anyone listening, I did not pay her to say that.
She didn't. She did not pay me. No, and when I came across your page, I had seen your video, and I'm like, she looks nice. And I click it, and you're just so like genuine, and you really are. You're just nice, and you're real. And so, since I joined that page, and I try to help people, like if they ask a question, and I may know the answer, because I was that person that did not know.
Yeah.
What a bundle was or shared a likers. I did not know what that was 2 months ago. I want to help, I know what that feels like to be sitting there lost and wanting to sell something. I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all need to join her group. I'm sorry.
No, I've seen you helping out in the group too. That's why I'm like,
I
geez,
try. Yeah, I try. I
I love
try.
it when people just chime in and help each other. It's a great
I
feeling.
do too. I do too. I do too. Because there's no reason to like, there's so many people on Posh. I doubt that one person is really gonna, helping somebody's not gonna affect you.
Yeah.
It's not gonna make you not sell something because you're helping somebody else out. There's, how many other Poshers? So, yeah. So y'all are part of her group. Y'all need to join.
You're
Great.
so hilarious. Well, thank you. I'm glad that everybody gets along and is very helpful in the group. It makes me happy, kind of like a proud mama. I don't try.
It's your baby, right?
Right. I mean, I created it to, have a private place where sellers could come and communicate with each other. And it just surprises me that people are so helpful in there. So thank you for validating that.
And one tip I have for new Poshers, because, and I'm still kind of trying to do this, measure your items
Oh, yeah.
before you pack them away.
Yes.
I mean, I personally know, I'm a size 2 and I wear a small. Okay, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's been so many times that I've had to take something out and measure it when I thought it was cool just to post it and think, oh, they're going to know what size jeans they wear. Oh, no.
Right.
Try to measure.
Yes.
If you can. Yeah. Get you one of those fabric measures, measuring tapes, and just do, the width and the length, and you'll be good.
And I would also
I did not realize how important that was.
Right. And I would also add to that to say these are approximate measures.
I do that. Yes. I read that. Yes, for sure. Because you never know when somebody will open up a case because you said 26 inches. You did not say. Right. So I always try to disclaim it with approximately because my measuring might just be a little bit off.
But yeah. Include your measurements, but make sure to say approximate measurements.
I always say approximately. And I don't do it on every single one. Like, it's just on, like, I get it a lot on T-shirts and on jeans.
Yeah.
That's where I find on T-shirts and in jeans. And I've started to, like, on the intimates, I've started to just attach in my photos their grid. Because there's a lot of girls, they just don't know what size bra they wear.
Mm-hmm.
So I have attached the chart, and I think that seems to help. I saw where people were just, getting the bra chart offline, like a 32C is a small or medium, whatever, so they know for the bralettes or whatever. So I put that in the photos, and that seems to help. And that's not really, that came off the website, so that's legitimate. And I just want to because I'm obviously still learning. I am still a beginner. I'm not a seasoned posher, but once, I just kind of want to help new poshers coming in, because I know what I felt like when I was driving to my regular job, listening to podcasts, wanting tips. If, just certain things like to buy or whatever, I would invest in a good lighting kit.
Yep.
They don't have to cost a lot. They really don't. If you can't do a backdrop, you could do flat lays. And I don't like my backdrop, so I've done some flat lays, and I just went and I bought a huge poster board, and that seems to work. I've recently painted a wall to hang stuff on, but I think that's going to look better, so that's going to be my new thing.
Nice.
If you buy clear poly bags, buy resealable ones. Don't buy the ones that don't come open. I've made that mistake.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how many times you're going to have to pull that out because somebody asked a question and it's already sealed. So if you're going to invest in poly bags, get the resealable ones. Trying to think what else. I mean, that's, you don't need I really do want the label printer. You don't need it to begin with. I would just say, really nice. If you want to, do the packages really nice, do some tissue paper and some ribbon. I do handwritten thank you notes. And if it's a bundle or something like that, I usually try to include some sort of little gift. That's probably like my main like tips. It's just, if you're going to purchase anything, I would invest in a good lighting kit and maybe a large white poster board to do flat lays.
Mhm.
I think that's going to help because the lighting is extremely important. There is an app called Pick Tap Go,
Mhm.
and it was actually recommended by a YouTube posher who is very YouTube famous, I guess.
Right.
And she had recommended it, and it's actually a very good app.
Oh,
It's
okay.
amazing. Like Pick Tap Go.
Pick Tap
And
Go. We'll add that in the show notes.
Tap Go. You need to try, and you just use I use Lights On and Bright Side, and it's amazing. Like those two options, it will turn because sometimes my lights even don't come out pure white, and that app, it will whiten it up. It's amazing.
Nice.
So I played with a lot of the photo editing apps, and that one is my favorite. So I recommend that one.
We're gonna have to include that in the show notes for sure.
Yes, that one's really, you should try it. It's really good. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, those are my main things, and I'm still learning as I go. Everything is a process, and I'm just learning what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm always out there looking for tips.
I love it. And you mentioned that you are still new to this, but you sound like you have all your ducks in a row. You've been successful on Poshmark, so I would say that you're a seasoned posher.
You think?
I know, girl.
Yay!
So we're about out of time right now, but I want to just let people know, where can they find you on Poshmark?
I am at Leslie Shopstyle. LESLIESHOPSTYLE.
Perfect. And I'm going to include that in the show notes so that people can just click and go straight to your closet.
Yay!
Oh my goodness,
Yay.
Leslie. We have talked about so much today. I really want to keep this conversation going, but we are out of time. So I just want to say thank you for being so transparent in your process and for coming on the show. I'm sure that others can learn so much from you, even though you've been on Poshmark for just 2 months and you're already seeing success. That is amazing.
Yes, I have. And it's just like, honestly, I'm like, this came into my life at just the right time.
Oh, that's
so I feel, it's amazing. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate your group. I really, really do. I appreciate all of y'all's help.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you helping everyone in the group. Don't underestimate yourself just because you've been on for 2 months. Like you're already on a roll. You've set yourself up for success. All right, Leslie. Well, I hope to see you more in the group, and I'll chat with you more there. Then have a good day, and I'll see you later. That wraps up another incredible interview with Leslie, who is just killing it on Poshmark, even though she's only been there for a few months. And that's what I love about this app. So listen, if you enjoyed this episode, I'm going to encourage you to go download my Poshmark closet checklist, because listen, Poshmark isn't what it used to be, and you need a guide fast, especially if you're just getting started. So set yourself up with success with my Poshmark closet checklist, and it includes easy steps to follow that'll make your closet rock, and you'll also discover what actually makes you more sales. You can find that checklist at smartermomsonline.com/Poshmark checklist. And remember that you can find all of today's show notes at smartermomsonline.com/4. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next week.